equestrians, and welcome back to Mountain Creek Stables. And guess what? Winnie had her baby! He is now technically a week old today. Sorry it's taking me a little while. I've got a little bit more on my Facebook page and Instagram. If you want to see his birth photos, I'm going to put it on Facebook and on Instagram on Mountain Creek Stables, so definitely check it out. But here he is. Now stay tuned to the end of the vlog to hear his barn name. I'll give you a surprise for his barn name. Okay, so here's Winnie. She's bouncing back pretty good. Still need to get a little bit more weight on those ribs, of course, but we're working on it. But she's doing so good. She did so well on her own. She did fine. I'm almost here to help out, but this is her baby. So now this is Winnie, with me, without me. She's a 7-year-old thoroughbred mare, I believe. And she's dark bay, but come on now, she's pretty much black except for her muzzle. His daddy is Pearl Harlan. He's a perlino quarter horse stallion, and so we knew he'd be an 87% chance buckskin, so we knew that was probably going to be what we're going to have, and so excited to have a buckskin. However, little bit negative, not really a negative, but we had planned to possibly keep if it's a little filly, but it's not a filly, it's a little colt, so he will be for sale. But he'd make a fantastic stud because he is pending papers. Can't wait to tell you the registered name once that comes in. But he will be an AQHA appendix registered horse. Now, as far as if you don't know much about them, he can breed to any AQHA, full-blooded AQHA, and if he has performance records, then he can actually be upgraded to full AQHA. So hopefully whoever buys him will maybe keep him as a stallion, show him and all that stuff, and get him upgraded to full AQHA. He also would be a great stud to add to the American Warm Blood Association, which I've thought about getting him put in the registry for the American Warm Blood Association, but really one registry is probably good. He's bred for hunter under saddle, equitation, dressage, eventing, definitely all the English disciplines, but also ranch, you know, definitely because his daddy's more ranch and foundation line. So the combination of the two should give him good long lines, but also solid body. You know, a lot of times with the thoroughbred, they're very lean, whereas this will give him a lot of sturdiness. So excited. He has the best little personality, and again, he's only a week old. So I have I was actually not here when he was born. His birth story, so I actually wasn't here. Definitely check out my other channel for Adventures by Kayla. We were in California. Actually, I knew it was a concern, it was a possibility, because again, the dog just like paces, because it was a possibility because her due date was March 22nd, and we were going out of town starting on March 31st, and I'm like, I'm sure she'll go, she'll be fine. She was about 15 days late. He was born on April 5th. We were in California during that time, and my mom would take pictures and take care of them until I was able to get back about 3 days later. So I did see him on day 3 of his life, so that is great that I could see him at least at that point. And so since then, so I didn't really imprint then since I was not here, but every day other than that, I've just been putting my hands all over him, getting him used to being around humans, and I've already put ropes on him just to kind of get him used to that kind of stuff. I can't wait to get him all desensitized. Now, if you're interested in him, he will be completely desensitized and halter broke, and also go through the fundamentals of down under horsemanship before he leaves the property. So he is available for purchase. Please email me down below if you're interested at adventuresbykayla@gmail.com, and I would take payment plans until his weaning. The plan is to wean him anywhere between 4 and 7 months, depending on how he's going, how his mama's doing, those kind of things. I do plan to rebreed Winnie because he did really well. I'm not breeding on the foal heat, but I might breed the next one. But I'll show you Garnet because like I said, I do have 2 mares that I have bred this year to begin my breeding side of the business. I already do project horses, but this is my first foray into official breeding of picking the mom, picking the dad. So this is exciting. And again, my goal is to breed AQHA appendix horses with a focus on the English discipline like dressage and eventing, hunter under saddle, equitation. So really my goal would be for one of my babies to go win the world at AQHA dressage. That would be amazing. That could happen with my kind of group of horses. So if you're interested in that, definitely the kind of babies you want to look at here. So like I said, I'm going to continue doing all this desensitizing and have him totally ready to go fundamentals wise. So if you purchase him as a weanling, then he will be totally ready just to have a refresher right before you start him under saddle as a 2-year-old. old. So he'll also trailer load and stuff like that. I have no problem training these young ones for sure. So I'm doing the breeding because I can only train so many horses in a day. As in, I only train one usually a day, just because I do have a full-time job, stuff like that. So I don't do this full-time. I would love to, but it just is not financially possible. So I will put all his information and sale price down below if you want to check out his specs and stuff like that. But he is absolutely precious. He is already so calm and so friendly, and I am not keeping him because I want to keep girls and fillies. I'm definitely more of a mare lover, as in this one was supposed to be mine to keep, and my husband has taken her from me, so now I'm hopefully going to keep one of her babies for me. He is awesome, and he's a great quality. So if you're looking for a awesome stud or a possible gilding, he'll be a great option. She's finished her food, so now she's a little antsy, ready to do something else. But I'm gonna give him a good groom, and then I'll show you Garnet. Here would stay over here on the side with me, that would be fantastic, but Harley's getting a little extra. But we can even do a little bit of brushes on this guy. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Now my full-on plan for her technically is not to keep her forever. I'd like to maybe have a baby or two from her. And then actually find her a trail riding home. She does have an injury. I've had a chiropractor and a vet come out and look at it. She has a torn hamstring that just did not heal properly. Probably the reason why she stopped racing, but she did race, I think, till she was 7. That is why I think that they obviously stopped racing her and then began breeding from her. And she did pretty well. Her babies did a little bit well. And then now here she is. But I actually bought her from the auction, that if they don't sell well enough, they do go to I did buy her from a kill pen auction. But actually I bought her from there, so I bought her off of video and bought her kind of sight unseen again, so I could not, she is sound at the trot, she is not sound at the walk, which is actually really odd. But it's her pulled hamstring, or torn hamstring. Nothing can be done about it. I've had a chiropractor look at it. Can get better, a little bit worse. She is definitely comfortable with that. She's only uncomfortable because she's super pregnant, so she's gonna be a wonderful brood mare here. So I'm super, is C-Note or K-Note Sapphire. I bought her back in August. She was already pregnant, so that is part of our issue here. I don't know for sure what she was bred to. I was told she was bred to an Appaloosa Sport Horse Draft. That sounds amazing. And she is a full-blooded thoroughbred mare. She raced all over the place and won $130,000 on the track. She did turn 15 this year. She's a little bit older, but she's had a bunch of babies, so she's definitely done this before. And she had babies as a thoroughbred, and then she went to this Appaloosa farm, apparently had babies. Apparently they took an Appaloosa baby off of her in August. So the question is, how far along is she? I don't know, but she looks pretty pregnant. Now, as a typical thoroughbred, she does tend to struggle keeping weight on. The amount of feed I have to feed them, the amount of feed that you constantly are feeding them, and yet they still look a little thin. So, working on it, feeding them, you would not believe how much feed I'm feeding these mares and what quality they're getting, but they're thoroughbreds. So that's just kind of how it goes. So if you have any suggestions in the comment to how to keep thoroughbred brood mares top line, please let me know, because like as soon as they kind of get stopped ridden, I feel like the top line just like melts away from them. So I don't know how to make that stay with both thoroughbreds. And all my quarter horses never had a problem, but difference in the breeds, I guess. Okay, so let's check her out and see our foaling signs. Big old baby in there. And you may say, well, maybe she's just got her bottom line filled out. No, because if you look at her from here, you can see how it's really kind of pointed down. And I did see 2 weeks ago a baby kick. Same thing happened with Winnie pretty much right before she had the baby. So yeah, you can see very round. The baby is pretty much right in this general area. I don't feel like it's up in the birth canal. She is so uncomfortable though. She is ready to have the baby. Plus she's getting super irritable with the dog. So that's kind of not helping. So let's check the milk production. I don't know if can you see it? yeah, I'm not seeing any waxing up or anything. She definitely has a little wobbly here. So maybe, as far as her baby goes, she will be able to have her baby registered with the American Warm Blood Association, and it'd be like pending performance. So I'm super excited about that. Or if it's an Appaloosa sport horse. So it kind of just depends on what the baby looks like when it comes out, and depending on, we may end up keeping a little filly if that's what we have, especially with an Appaloosa. So cannot wait to see what happens from her. I have not got to work with her. I have not ridden her, so she has not went through all my training. She's went through about half my groundwork when I kind of was putting her into work, but then she was like getting super uncomfortable with her pregnancy. So this is why her groundwork's not where it needs to be, but that will begin to work soon enough after she has the baby and has recovered from the baby. We'll get working on that as well as riding her. I did buy her, someone was riding her, so do know she's rideable, obviously, and she seemed to be super calm and chill. She just doesn't like to stand tight right now because she's so uncomfortable. This is not her normal, she's just very uncomfortable. So with how pregnant she is, and she's ready for this baby, I think, to be here. So, but me too, ready for it to be here. So yeah, but she's gonna go out in the field. Winnie and her little baby is gonna stay in the stall tonight, just to help stay them in the stall and help make sure that his bones are all elongating and all that good stuff. Whereas by her staying out in the pasture alone, that she can have her baby in peace if she has a baby tonight. Doesn't look like she's gonna have it tonight, but you know, they'll always trick you, you never know. Winnie had hers at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, and I had an Arabian, if you want to check my channel earlier, an Arabian that I bought who was very pregnant. She had it like at 10 o'clock in the morning. So like these all at night, I guess they mostly have it at night. Not mine, apparently. So, all right. Guys, you ready for the big reveal? His barn name is Jack, or Jack. That is his barn name. We thought about doing another name that you'll make sense of when I tell you his registered name, hopefully. And that might change a little bit as he gets older. But right now, like Jack or Jack is so perfect for him because he's just a little frisky little thing, and he is so cute. But he does not like it right now touching around the girth, so that's why we gotta work on that. But we have lots of time before he's under saddle, and he just puts his little ears back. It's just so cute. But we're gonna get him all taken care of. He's already doing so good. So he's such a cutie pie. He's such a cutie pie. And what weak old baby. It's just, oh, little teethers, but he better not bite me. But he's just playing. But he is so cute. I mean, look at that. Look at that face. And he'll even shed off more beautiful. It's almost like a seal color, but he's so pretty. You got the black points and all. As far as white on him, he has one little white, not stalking, it's almost like a little snip on his foot. And of course his star, that's a little off center that looks a lot like his mama. Yeah, for sure. And definitely the black mane and tail, definitely got that buckskin. Kind of got a dorsal stripe going, but I think that's just more of like his baby color and stuff. If the baby's name, if the foal's name is Jack, and we're gonna go with Disney names, what do you think, comment down below, is going to be his registered name? Now do keep in mind, since these are my first sets of breeding, I am going to put an MCS for Mountain Creek Stables at the front of all of our babies that we foal out here, that I have, well, all our babies that we bred out like starting now. I have had a few foals before. All of them were actually not registered, so I couldn't register the names anyway. So all my registered foals will be MCS something. And we're going with Disney names, so what do you think we're going with for our name? Or give us comments, suggestions down below. Love to hear some more names for awesome Disney names. All right, have a great night. Bye. I'll be back with another update on Baby Watch 2024 as well as Baby Jack.